few years the managing director of the Reuters news agency before taking over the foundation. And the whole work we had was how you help print media to move nicely to online, because one day the print media will be dead, unfortunately. And it's a few years before I took over the foundation, I was already thinking that the very high quality print will be maintained for a certain time, who knows how long. So between the very high quality and the very popular quality like the tabloids and the Sun, etc., you will maintain for quite a long time the readership. But in between, it has been completely squeezed, and so you have to find your voice, you have to find your message when you want to go on in print. And even with that, I mean, how long will it be that the New York Times will be the New York Times, or will be the New York Times online? I mean, it's huge already online. Safety of journalists is always a concern everywhere, and you know, we have in Reuters 3,000 journalists, and at the foundation we have 12 journalists in Aswat Mazria in Egypt, but I also have 25 journalists globally around the world, covering issues like humanitarian issues, like women's rights and corruption. So, you know, the safety of journalists is at the core of everything we do. And the safety of journalists in Egypt is better than in some other countries like Mexico or, you know, others. The citizen journalist that does social media is not trained as a news agency. So, you know, he has not, well, by definition, he doesn't need to be accurate and neutral, etc., as we are, which is a good thing, because you have to be opinionated when you want. So I think the news agency will still be needed in any other shape. I mean, it will not be print, but it will be video, it will be online, etc. But you still need to have a trusted source of information, and this is what we give. 5 years ago, there was a huge debate because, indeed, the independence of Reuters had to be completely and fully maintained. So the shareholding, because you speak of the golden share, which was that nobody could take over more than 15% of the Reuters company. And when Thomson acquired it, there was a very complicated legal process by which the Thomson family accepted to take over all the trust principles, that is to say, what maintains the independence of Reuters, and that in case they would resell Reuters, once again the trigger of the 15% would come. So to completely ensure the independence, they have taken all of the trust principles. So Reuters news agency, which is one part of the business, not the biggest revenues, you know. I was managing Reuters Media, and it was a very small part of the revenue of Reuters. But of course it is the important part, because this is the face of the company, this is, you know, why we are known in every country in the world. This is a company which has always been very profitable and very oriented on profit. So if we were not profitable, I'm sure we would have questions. And I say we, I'm no longer, you know, speaking for Reuters, but it is profitable. It's a company of 60,000 staff. So when you announce this enormous number of 2,500, it looks huge, but it's across 60,000 people in 140 countries where we are. So, you know, it's not that you still have 3,000 journalists, and which is the biggest number in the media world.